Hey guys, what's up? This is Screen Guard Guy here coming to you with another Dota commentary. Why is Shadow Fiend banned out first? I have no idea. Today's game is going to come to us from, I believe, one of the loser brackets. I think the loser bracket finals of the GMPGL. It's going to feature iZone.Gigabyte against Noypi, which is Pinoy backwards. I used to say it was Noypi, but I've been told otherwise. Anyway, last time these two teams went head-to-head, it was a very explosive match. Here's hoping for a repeat, if not something better. It is an RR, so supposedly it's very, very good. We do have an observer slot, so that's definitely going to make things easier. As I said, Shadow Fiend going to be banned out from the mid lane. Does that make sense? Why do I say mid lane? Never mind. Anyway, Phantom Lancer, Bat Rider, as well as Nubian Assassin is going to be going out. Puck will be the first pickup for the Noypi side, and it looks like Magnetor will be picked up in response to that. Both sides taking the very, very big team fight orientated heroes. Both sides actually picking up their off-lane heroes first if they run a tri-lane, which I have a feeling they will, because pretty much everybody runs tri-lanes nowadays. It's very, very weird. I'm going to be speeding it up yet again. Both sides probably going to be looking, in that case, both sides probably going to be looking to pick up a very, very powerful carry. We've got Shadow Fiend already banned out, as well as Phantom Lancer. Shadow Demon's going to be picked up. So what other carries are available? What carries we've been seeing as of late include Nerubian Weaver. Faceless Void has been seeing a lot of play lately. Especially with the combination with Zeus. I'm actually very, very surprised at how common that combination is. And it looks like Nyx will be the pickup for Noypi, having up to get that Life Stealer. Probably, actually they could run Rubik in the mid lane. Don't necessarily need him for the side lane, but a very, very powerful combination. Certainly with the Life Stealer, just to be able to get some of those early ganks. Dragon Knight, in fact, will be the carry of choice for iZone. But they might place him in the mid lane, in which case probably could pick up a second one. iZone going for a dual carry strat. Probably Lothar's Edge on the Dragon Knight, some good old one-man thing. I see a lot of calls for Tinker to be picked up. Certainly not seen as of late. Nerubian Weaver's going to be banned out. Recognizing Dragon Knight will be going to the mid lane, so they still, of course, need a carry. And I think he's actually a little bit committal to take the Dragon Knight. I guess they really, really wanted him. He's a very, very powerful pusher. Probably, and of course, he just goes so well with the team fight potential. Of the Magnetor, certainly if you give him that power onto his dragon, giving it 100% splash, even more damage. Absolutely insane. And Tinker was in fact the ban. Don't want to have to deal with that crazy push strat, I'm assuming, as well as the possibilities of getting chain hexed. Furion going to be banned out. I don't know if he would fit into the Noypi lineup. Certainly he could as a jungler, maybe. I don't know how else you'd play him. I don't think he can go in the mid lane toe-to-toe with the Dragon Knight. Queen of Pain still hasn't been banned or picked up by either side. Something I'm very, very surprised about. And we see Quap, a lot of calls for Quap coming in from the iZone side. Beastmaster's actually going to be banned out, saying, you know what, we don't mind playing Quap against Dragon Knight in the mid lane, but we don't want to deal with Beastmaster doing that, which I guess fair enough. Puck probably going to be going to the long lane, so who will be their mid lane hero? Could be Rubik, actually. You're going to be seeing that, so a very, very offensive potential tri-lane here. Definitely going to be looking out for some first blood action, in fact. Considering it's the Nyx as well as the Earthshaker, as well as the Rubik. Any hero that gets caught out at this point, even if it's somebody as tanky as a Dragon Knight. Maybe not the Magnetor, because he has that early escape mechanism coming in the form of that skewer, but really any other hero. And especially, I think it's going to be Kunkka in the tri-lane with probably another support, looking for a very versatile. Vengeful Spirit wouldn't be bad, just having that command aura for everybody else, but I'm thinking Ancient Apparition. I'm thinking a lot of other supports we haven't seen in a while might even make an appearance. I'm thinking even Abaddon wouldn't be a bad pickup at this point for the iZone.Gigabyte team. But who is it going to be? It's probably going to be somebody slightly more conventional. Quap is still out there, but I'm not so sure if she would fit in the iZone lineup. At the moment, she could fit in the Noypi lineup, since they still do need a mid laner. Who else is a good mid laner? Or maybe, no, okay, no, never mind. I was going to say Zeus, since we've seen a lot of Zeus lately. But I think I would have noticed the Zeus. I've seen a lot of calls for Vino as well as Gyrocopter heroes we haven't seen in a while, and I wouldn't be adverse to seeing them. And we're going to be seeing, yes, that eventually the Queen of Pain pickup has come out. Going to be very offensive. Skywrath Mage, wow. Wow. I don't know what to say to that, in fact. Except let's introduce our players and our heroes. It's going to be AA, going to be playing that Kunkka. It will be 10, going to be playing the Magnetor, who has picked up, in fact, a Courier. RG will be playing the skywrath mage. S6 going to be going on the support shadow demon, and YRY with a capital R going to be playing that knight Davian. Meanwhile, heading down to the bottom lane already, it is going to be lots of A's. I think there are 8 A's in that one. Y in Y, that is a cool name. Hatred going to go into the top lane. Rubik seems it's going to be played as a mid lane hero. Nicely done. Going to be played by Chi. And Miguel going to be going to play top lane. In fact, I think Queen of Pain is going to be playing the off lane on this one, which is, you know, fair enough. Earthshaker just going to be planting a ward right here. Nice. Just gives some good vision here so that whoever is going to be playing your off lane will not get ganked, as well as giving, of course, the nice rune vision. Going to be seeing a similar rune placed up here. You don't see it here as often here. Slightly more offensive to place it here, just so that you get all this sweet, sweet vision. This is much more defensive, but it does give you sight into here, so in case the mid lane is deciding to go up and make a gank, and if they decide to go past the rune spot, that's how you'll know. Of course, if they move over into here, you'll have no idea, which is why I think this might be slightly better ward placing, but I guess there must be a specific idea behind that one. Let's see how our mid lanes are going to fare in this particular battle. Wow, I just turned up the brightness on my screen. I'm not so sure if it was reflected in the recording, but suddenly I can see what's actually happening. Shadow Demon picks up an Invisible Rune. He's going to be sitting pretty over here. I think very aggressively. Dragoness, in fact, is going to be going to the mid lane with Kunkka. Wow, Arcane Bolt's already a fire, and that thing only has a 2-second cooldown, need I mention. This is some unusual laning combination here. iZone are opting for a tri-lane mid, which is cool. Although the Kunkka seems to be roaming down towards the bot. Queen of Pain going to be going for this long lane. Going to be going, I mean, for the short lane. Going to go the Dragon Knight. Keep getting short lane and long lane confused. Like, I know what they are, but having a hard time. Magnetor doing fine despite the presence of a ranged hero known as Rubik. Not able to keep him back as well as he'd like. In fact, I think they could trade blows. It wouldn't be bad just to give, just to keep him outside, zoning outside and away from the EXP range. The Arcane Bolt chase already. Wow, that is being very, very aggressive. Both sides probably going to be looking for a bottle phase shift that's been skilled, looking to dodge some of those Arcane Bolts. A huge disadvantage of them is that they, of course, move so slowly. They have a concussion shot. Both sides still level. Both sides doing a very, very nice job trading blows here. It's a bit of a duel, but of course, Sal versus a Tango, you're going to be seeing the results of that particular item choice. So the Illusory Orb comes up. Is he going to be going in? Is there a few more right clicks? There's one hit away, and there he is. Dragoness will be feeding First Blood. There it goes. As we see Dragon Knight down the bottom, not having such a great time. Somehow level 3. Queen of Pain forced to go here and do some of this choke point jungling. Not exactly what she wants to be doing. She's not going to get levels anytime soon, not particularly fast. However, it does mean she avoids death, although it does mean that Dragon Knight both gets incredible amounts of free farm, and the supports also get to go and do some jungle pulls. Earthshaker here, actually a well-placed Fissure. I was saying earlier, this sort of tri-lane with the open wounds plus telekinesis plus a nice Fissure pretty much spells death for anybody, except for the anti-mage because of that nice escape mechanism. You see Arcane Seal, in fact, will be the item of choice. Oh, so close. Arcane Bolt, unfortunately, doesn't think has a range. As we see a Shadow Demon as well as Kunkka. Kunkka being played as support. I like this, and at the same time, I hate this a lot. I despise this with every fiber of my being. Kunkka, I just absolutely love. He doesn't need that much farm though to be incredibly effective. His boat as well as his torrents are just such amazing spells to have early on. And while Campbell is carried, there we go with the duplicate with the disruption plus the soul catcher plus a nice torrent. There we go, a few right clicks, and Earthshaker's Fissure not going to be in time to save him. But yeah, of course the only major downsides, he almost died to a range creep there. The only major downsides, of course, are the torrents being very, very hard to land, as well as the boat, but we've got that disruption to set things up. Easy ganks, and it's going to work well. The disruption is also going to work well, of course, with the Magnetor later. Shockwaves galore going to be coming up. Level 3 against the level 4 and level 2 Rubik. They're going to have to watch out. Once he hits level 6, he will become quite a monster. Earthshaker also going to be looking for those quick levels. Wants to pick up that mana boost. Wants to pick up that blink dagger. Will he get it in time? It could actually be what decides the game, whether or not the Earthshaker can get farmed. And yeah, let's check out what's happening at the bottom, completely unopposed, and no ganks coming off from the Queen of Pain as far as I can see. I don't know if you're giving up, if you're giving free farm to the opposing side's carry, the opposite side's carry, you do tend to want to get a few ganks off, but she's being very, very cautious, sticking to those ancients. And yeah, I think just hoping to make up the levels later in the lane. I don't know if that's the best choice. Has not bought a crow and to do bottle crow. Has opted instead to go for a magic wand. I don't think that's the best choice at all. There are multiple crows, are there not? So why not go for bottle crow? Why not go for bottle? As we see, Magnus is doing that happily. It allows him to stay in lane, allows him to spam the shockwave, and I think Queen of Pain could be doing something similar, although she is open to a potential death by ganking. As we see up top, Invisible Magnetor seems to be looking for that particular idea. Death by ganking. Dun dun dun. Mid lane seems where all the action is at, as here are the two bursty heroes. Dragons we haven't seen in a while. Arcane Seal is going to be incredibly powerful. As we see, a go is going to be made. Open Wounds has been skilled. There's the long range Fisher. A few right clicks, a few more. Yes, he will be going down. Not enough mana to get the screw off, or maybe he'd done it earlier. iZone.Gigabyte, things are not looking good for you. 1-2 currently. As we see, Lifestealer is going to be getting that nice free farm. Although Dragon Knight has been having it even more. He's already hit level 6. This could actually be a push. He's actually kept the ring turned off. Makes me suggest that he's not going to be pushing. I think that could be a bit of a mistake as top lane gets pressured heavily. Here comes Magnetor, Shockwave to clear the creep waves. Oh, he's going to have to look out. He's going to have to look out. A nice telekinesis could just about the end of it because Queen of Pain is here. Oh, I don't know what Lifestealer's doing. You don't want to be taking that damage. In fact, Shockwave, again, he is keeping well away from that Rubik, but that tower is going to be going down, and he will definitely not be able to deny it. As we see our first tower being dropped in 5 minutes. Mid lane, getting pressured slightly. Queen of Pain, though, giving up that farm. Not so sure if it's worth it. She's still only level 3. Magnus is out-leveling her at this point, level 5 on that Magnus. If you just want to see... Why am I comparing them to? Because they were the two long lanes. I mean, the two short lane heroes. Because, yeah, the lane's short. I've just always called it long lane my entire life, and then somebody pointed out to me, no, this is the short lane. I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And now, or the off lane, I guess you call it the suicide lane. As we see, I think Ring of Basilius has been turned on. This will be a push. Shadow Demon's poison, just clear the creeps. And keep in mind, Dragon Knight's poison attack does of course work on the towers. That's why you might want to keep it at level 1. As we see, force a skewer out. Long range Fisher blocking him in. He is as good as dead with open wounds. Just for that lifesteal. Scream of Pain. Who's going to pick? Hatred pick that one up. That's the lifestealer. We see in mid lane. Oh, ultimate was used. Unfortunately, did not hit. Concussion shots. Oh, there's the Dream Coil going to be coming off. Was there one more illusory orb? There's a Waning Rift. A right click. Magic Wand. Not enough. And yeah, Puck doing a fantastic job getting another kill. First tower down at 7 minutes for the iZone.Gigabyte squad. And yeah, they're going to have to be looking to pressure this one. In fact, that's pretty cool. Using Fire Breath to clear. I didn't actually think... I thought they would retreat at this point, but no, it seems like they're okay with this. Here comes Rubik. He's looking for some good EXP. Is he level 6 yet? Level 5. Level 5 as well on the Akasha. They are definitely catching up, allowing that free farm early. Doesn't seem to have slowed down the impact of Queen of Pain at all. But Dragon Knight hitting level 7. Still hasn't upgraded his boots. I would have assumed he would have gotten power treads by this point. And we see Dragonus not having the best time in his life, but he is level 7. He has picked up that bottle, and he still has plenty of potential left in him. I'm wondering if he's going to be able to get a kill against the Puck. Another revenge kill. As we see 2 more heroes, the Earthshaker as well as the Rubik, going to be coming in to enforce this. Think they want to push? Should have the Lifestealer here if they want to do that. Lifestealer has, of course, been digging around in the jungle. Getting that farm on. He's skilled feats. He is an able jungler. Probably won't see him for a while, going for the armlift build. By a while, I mean 3-4 minutes, perhaps, which is actually quite a while, if you guys counting it. Let's see, 11-minute mark, unless he gets ganked. We see Invisible. Oh, concussion concussion ball to start things off. There's the Mystic Steel. Mystic Steel. There's an Arcane Ball, going to be picking that one off. Not before Fate Belt does the job onto the Kunkka. Mystic Flare, Arcane Seal. There's something wrong. Okay, the ultimate coming off from the Dragoness skywrath mage, the most expensive ultimate in the game, 800 mana at level 3. That big sort of ring does 1200 magic damage. If I'm not mistaken, it's 1200 for 2 seconds, spread out evenly amongst everybody else. If you can land it, and of course, I just ate up Rubik's life like crazy. Yes, sirree. Anyway, as I was saying, and then of course, Arcane Seal, amplified magic damage onto whomever has it. Such a powerful skill. Of course, must cost an insane amount of mana. And Skywrath Mage, just using those spells alone, has already reduced his mana pool down by half. His considerable mana pool. Look at his intelligence, 49 plus 9, in comparison to the Queen of Pain, who has like 32 or something like that. 36 plus 9. Dum 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 dum. Score is currently 2-5. Equal towers on both, but mid lane is getting pressured a great deal more significantly than the mid lane on the Sentinel side is getting pressured a great deal more significantly than on the Scourge, as we see, wow, complete free farm in the jungle. He has picked up his, telekinetic throw plus a Fade Bolt, very nicely blended. I gotta say that Earthshaker impressed me right there. Level 5 already on the Earthshaker level 10 minutes in. We have Armlet already picked up on a Nyx, who is doing a fantastic job of stacking his own creep camp as he destroys them, shall we say. Going down to the bottom lane. Let's go down to the mid lane, where they are hoping to defend this. I'm not so sure if it's defensible, considering how... nice torrent. Oh, and that's the engaged. Mystic Steel has been, Mystic Flare hasn't gone off. Puck is going to melt. Concussion. Arcane Bolt's going to be swapped. There goes the Queen of Pain's ultimate. Just going to be kicking off one hero. So going to be a blink forward. Dragoness bottling up. He's going to teleport out. Earthshaker, come on with a stun. No mana, I'm going to guess. No mana at all. Just going to get away. Dragonite. Lothar's edged up, I'm going to guess. Yeah, it has picked up that Lothar's edge. Rushed it instead of getting the upgrade for boots. Nicely done. I shouldn't say we're getting an upgrade for boots, but not going to be able to do much. Earthshaker, still no mana boots, no mana items, and has no mana. So, guess what he is? Completely useless at this point. As we see Earthshaker, Nyx going to be trading blows with the Magnetor. Something happens to me. I don't know if you guys do it. If you guys ever see... Yeah, here it goes. I was just going to say, I'm not so sure if mid lane is defensible, considering how Puck does still have the dream... is level 9 and has the Dream Coil. Any heroes that do try to defend it are very, very open to a big combination. We're talking about Fissures, we're talking about Scream of Pain. Sonic Wave was available, but I believe it should still be on cooldown. Sentry Ward has been dropped for the iZone side, which is I find very, very curious. Considering the other side, they're the side with the Dragonite with the Lothar's Edge. But still hoping for no unexpected nasty surprises, especially in the forms of smoke, I'm assuming. But it seems like there's going to be a wraparound gank, or they're going to be hitting bottom. I'm going to be looking out for this Dragonite. Do not want to let him get any more free farm than they need to. Sensing something, he runs into the woods. Do they have dust? If they don't, there is honestly no point. There is no point in this gank at all. For starters, he definitely knows. Starters, no dust, no point. Unless, I mean, even if you could change, unless you could change them perfectly. As we see Dragoness invisible. Torrent's going to start things off. He's going to immediately rage out, but not going to teleport out. Does he have it? He doesn't know. There's an invisible. There's a concussion shot, plus Arcane Bolt, plus, wow, plus the Mystic Flare. And we are going to be getting a kill at the bottom lane, so when I said no point, I was lying. Here, Dragonite with the, Dream Coil, reverse polarity onto one, immediately stolen. Going to be going back onto the Magnus, waiting. Rift will pick that one up. Dragoness is looking very, very healthy, actually, in terms of EXP. Just teleported to the bottom lane. Concussive shot just going to be used as a bit of harass, as well as some right clicks. Up top, we saw a nice Mystic Flare plus Arcane Seal plus Concussive Bolt plus Arcane Bolt combination. It's such a mouthful. How... So Sentry Wards, actually, in fact, they did have Sentry Wards. So when I said it was a no-point thing, I obviously didn't see that Rubik had detection. As you can Concussive Bolt once again used. There we go with the Telekinetic Throw and Sonic Wave. In fact, going to be picking that one up. Very, very low cooldown on that skill. Nice telekinesis. Meanwhile, mid lane, I think, should be doomed. I don't know why Puck isn't pushing. Deciding to last hit it out Kunkka now in position to defend. What items has he got? Not even the boots upgrade. Still no boots upgrade coming in from the Night Davian. Does he want it? We do have a blink dagger coming off from the Magnetor. Reverse polarity is still on cooldown. But he, of course, still can blink skewer, which is absolutely crazy at this point. Although Puck, probably one of the most escapey heroes in the game. Reality Rift plus the Illusory Orb do not make for a fun ganking combo if you're on the other side. Unloaded Mordigian, that is about it. I want to check the gold as we see Puck going to be, I guess, initiated upon. A lot of smokes have been bought. This is more than a kill a minute. 16 kills in 14 minutes. As you see, the smoke's going to be... Wow, disruption to start things off. Well, there's Soulcatcher plus the Torrent, but as well as a poison and a boat! Oh, nice job. Look at the damage. Shockwave going to melt him, but Dream Coil on it too. Creator of Pain coming off, but here comes the teleport. Dragon Knight going to be telekinetically thrown. There's a Sentry Ward has been dropped for him. Queen of Pain's going after him. It's Dragon Tail and immediate teleport out. There's no stuns, but doesn't matter. They're going to melt him anyway. Wow, Dragon Knight's not tanky enough. That's hilarious. We'll see, going to be going towards the mid lane. I believe this should be the end of this tower. Reverse polarity might be off cooldown. Let's just check that for a second. Yeah, it is off cooldown. In fact, if he wants to use it, reverse polarity on a 4. There's a shockwave. So much damage. Torrent's going to be coming off. Oh, 3 heroes. 3 heroes dead? No, 1 hero dead. Nice Illusory Orb out. Lifestealer's looking for a blood, and he's not going to find it. Earthshaker's Echo Slam doing a fantastic job. Self-disruption coming off. There's the Mystic Flare going to be picking off 1 hero. Any more damage? Glyph has been forced out. Oh, Earthshaker coming off, picking up the kill with a long-range Fisher concussive shot. Plus Arcane Bolt's not going to be doing anything, and now he's actually, in fact, open wounds and Reality Rift. The Phase Waning Rift, and that is the end of that Dragoness. Things are not looking good for iZone.Gigabyte. 6-18, and I don't want to call it yet though, because I've done this before. I've called it way too early. The last game, in fact, I called it when there was still like 40 minutes left of the game to play, and I was like, yeah, this side is dead. And you know, things turned out to be a lot more interesting than I thought they were. They would have turned out otherwise to be. My goodness, there's something wrong with my mouth today. I've been playing a lot of chess. I attribute it to that. As you see, Lifestealer going to be doing some Ancients at this point. Probably going to be eyeing Roshan. Why not? If he gets a little bit more life. Maybe even Lifesteal. Checking out the farm right now on the Lifestealer. He's got 1,000 gold in. He's going to go for Basher. I think that's currently what he needs. Although more life would not go amiss. Dragon Knight, sitting 549. That is not very good at all. Considering how he only has the Lothar's Edge. Smokes are probably going to be needed. They've been doing a very, very admirable job at the moment of doing some great smoke ganks. Dragoness probably should be looking to play himself like a Nyx and try and get some solo kills here. He certainly is capable of it. The concussive shots plus the arcane bolts are just absolutely fantastic at dealing out tremendous amounts of damage in short amounts of time. And looks, he might be going for a Rod of Atos. I hate that item. Well, it's not that I hate that item. I don't think it works for Dragoness. I mean, it's a great item for intelligence heroes. It gives them some great tankiness as well as boosting the intelligence. But I don't know. I feel like you want something with a Void Stone in it. Dual Scepter of Divinity builds very, very well. It makes so much sense defensively for, skywrath mage. I mean, do you really want to have more health? More health is great, but having more, flexibility is just so much better. Like, extra 200 health, if you have, like, a Queen of Pain is so bursty. Rubik is incredibly bursty, despite appearances, especially if you can steal the right skill. Puck is incredibly bursty, and he's picked up a Blink Dagger. Having that extra 200, I'm not so sure how much it'll help, but having, let's say, Yules to be able to Yule Scepter yourself out, or Yule's an enemy, it could just turn the tides of a team fight. But then again, what do I know? Rod of Atos, probably a fine item. The Blink in, plus the Waning Rift. Torrent has been stolen. Long Range Fish are going to be catching out the Dragoness. Nice Torrent onto the Torrent Master right there, coming off from the Rubik. And it looks like iZone will be retreating this one. Not going to be able to push the tower. Another Sentry Ward has been dropped. That is iZone's. And yeah, it looks like Arcane Bolt for the creep. Because why not? 2-second cooldown. Why not? Why not, honestly? Let me see. Lifestealer going to be going to the side to TP out. Yes. to TP to mid. Looks like they will be making this push after all. Courier going to be microed away. Here comes a 5-man push. We haven't seen one of these in a while. Blink Dagger on the puck, as well as the Dream Coil, so I'm going to be looking out for that. Oh, there it goes, right there. Shadow Demon's instant disruption to save his friend, but Sonic Wave is going to pick that one up. Lifestealer going to looking for blood, going to find it. They're just melting through. What did he get? It gives him a crit. Nothing so far. Oh, that's from the open wounds. Apologies. I'm having trouble reading my DotA. As we see, Creep Wave is going to be melted down. Dragon Knight's going to be coming in. Does he have his dragon form? He should. Is he going to pop it? There it is. And the team backs off. Nope, Noypi's still looking for something. Earthshaker's still not yet with the Blink Dagger. Otherwise, that could be a double initiation, and it could be absolutely crucial. Sorry, absolutely devastating. Why did I say absolutely crucial? Words that are in my head aren't coming out of my mouth. I'm so sorry. BKB will be the first item of choice on the Queen of Pain. I guess she feels she needs more magic immunity against the Dragon Knight. I feel their damage is all coming off of right. I mean, well, Dragoness, I guess. The exception of Dragoness, who is a one-man laser death show machine. I think the only person in the only hero in the entire game who would out magic him is like, I can't even think of a single one. Lena, perhaps? So I guess that's what that magic immunity is for. We do normally see her go for Ghost Scepter, though, if she wants the thing. But, yeah. In this case, you can guess why Ghost Scepter is a terrible idea. And, in fact, would kill her, probably. Ethereal Blade down. That's an interesting idea for Dragoness. As we see the Arcane Seal plus the Mystic Flare. Going to cut off his escape route. There's the Arcane Bolt. Shockwave going to be picking that one up. That's an interesting idea, actually. I mean, Arcane Seal plus an Ethereal Blade, Ethereal Form. That would be very, very nice. Let's see up top. Just some free farming going off for both sides, in fact. Bottom lane. Going to get a BKB himself. Now, this one, yeah, okay. Fair enough. I mean, you guys can guess the obvious reasons. Akasha plus the puck, and actually not going to be catching out anybody. I was really kind of hoping for a nice 4-man gank, but it seems they're abandoning subtlety in favor of a big, strong push, which is absolutely fine. They know that Lifestealer plus puck is at the top lane. I'm going to laugh if he doesn't get it. Oh, you got it. Okay. Go Lifestealer. So anyway, you guys want to make a bet who's going to win? My money is on the team that is currently more than double the kills. But, actually, no, my money's on the other side because this is an RR. Hence, it's got to be the other team, right? Right? Huh? But then again, Noypi have been playing so well. They've been playing very accurately. Look at these smoke gangs. This is not content to just farm incredibly well, alternating between the jungle as well as the lane. They haven't slackened at all. Lothar's Edge, in fact, has been picked up on the Nikes. He's going to be going for Basher next, if not MKB. I'm going to go with Basher at this point. In fact, look at this initiation coming in. Going to be going for the Dragoness first. Identify him as the biggest threat, using his Rage so well. Sonic Wave going to be picking off 2 few heroes. Torrent's going to be coming out. Perfect team fight, perfect engage. Dragon Tail going to be going off on the Rubik. There's the Telekinesis. No, Shadow Strike's going to be going off. Queen of Pain wants to try and solo that one. Dream Coil onto 3. Going to be going backwards with those stuns. Earthshaker going to get those kills. 4 kills in exchange for 1. 24-8 on 3 times the number of kills, and I believe this tower is alone for life. Earthshaker defending this bottom tower very, very well, which is getting pushed naturally. Dragon Knight deciding to go for the mid lane. He decided to up the ult. It's not uncommon, of course, to see a lot of Dragon Knights keep the ult at levels, keep the point at level 11, so you can immediately get to the level 16 ult, and just skip the one in the middle altogether. Just because you want that poison damage to push towers, but in this case opted to probably clear the creep wave and probably help out a little bit more in those team fights. But it doesn't seem to have any impact. Just great initiation coming off from the Scourge at this point. Blink Dagger on the puck. Not only is that cemented their initiation prowess, but getting this Lothar's Edge, it's a little bit unconventional, but it just basically means that the big team fight hero, the big bad, the one that everybody's afraid of, Skywrath Mage, he's not going to be a thing as we see the chase going on for the Courier. Oh, nice micro there coming off from iZone.Gigabyte. And the Courier will live to die another day. Dagon has been picked up onto the puck. That is very, very aggressive, very, very offensive item. And it's just something that you do when you're ahead and you want to keep your opponent down. I hope he doesn't upgrade it, though. Blink Dagger has been picked up on the Earthshaker, and he's also found the time and the gold to pick up a Gem of True Sight. I'm going to be honest, I don't see how iZone are going to be coming back from this one. Really, really accurate play coming off so far from Noypi. I mean, it's not completely impossible, especially if they were to start throwing it, as we see so many teams do. Once you're a little bit ahead, it's your game to lose. You just tend to get a little bit relaxed. But Noypi have been on the ball. Every decision they've made so far, I've got to agree with it. For everything from item builds to skill choices to initiation to where they are in the jungle to positioning, it's all been fantastic. Look at this Earthshaker. Look how far back he is. They're not baiting in the sense. This is just the correct way to lane. You want to keep the Earthshaker waiting in the wings. You want to keep him back just in case he has to pounce in with the... Oh, nice skewer coming forward. Oh, so much damage. Yeah, Arcane Ball will be melting. Dream Coil coming off onto 2. Oh, the stuns, but nice disruption coming off from the Shadow Demon. Dagon's going to be picking him off. Boat's going to completely miss, as we see Captain Coco's from. And I think that's the end of that engage. No, Queen of Pain. Nyx has managed to pick up a kill off on the Kunkka with the help of the Queen of Pain. Dragon Knight forced to flee. Everybody else, in fact, forced to flee. And I think they can still do Roshan. Nyx is at a perfectly healthy level. He's picked up the Cranium Basher. Probably going to be going for Abyssal Blade next. No, it looks like Dragon Knight still feels... We can stop them from doing the Roshan. 2 dead. Not a problem. You only need me. I'm friggin' hardcore, man. I got Bloodlust on my side. No, it looks like they will not be contesting the Roshan after all. They should be actually pushing a tower at this point. You're not going to get the Roshan if you can pressure and get a tower. That's pretty good compensation. Top tower hasn't fallen yet. You've got a nice creep wave there. But it looks like instead they're going to be sitting here in the mid lane. And once Nyx does get that... Okay, I just thought I saw like an almost mistake there. Like if he had... Yeah, of course, you'll notice that he doesn't have any Lifesteal Feast. Of course, doesn't work onto the Roshan. Once he does get that Aegis, I really don't see how they're supposed to kill him. He has picked up a Sange. Wow, just getting that extra health. Become incredibly tanky, and it looks like top tower, in fact, was taken. They also found some time to get some valuable mid lane farm, so I guess everything worked out for them in the end. Although I'm wondering if they maybe could have gotten this tower down to half health, if not taken it completely, had they decided not to stick in the mid lane. Especially as ward, there's no need for you to be 4 unless you're afraid of a gank coming off, which it could have happened, but with correct warding, I don't think you'd see that. As we see, Sentry Ward's going to be placed, nice counter warding coming off, and of course counter warding is going to become so much easier once the Earthshaker has his Gem of True Sight, which he must have dropped, I'm actually imagining. Nope, Puck has picked it up, in fact, deciding to switch it to the slightly more survivable hero with the bajillion escape mechanisms. See, top tower is going to get pressured. How are Noypi going to defend this? A wraparound gank would go amiss, although now it might not work out. A TP in also wouldn't be bad at this point. Neither of those things are going to happen, recognizing actually the team isn't there. Let the tower take care of itself. We'll go push some other lane. We'll go gank somewhere else. At least that's what I'm hoping is the thoughts. As we see I think it's a Linken Sphere build. The Perseverance has been picked up on the Queen of Pain. I think it's Linken Sphere. I would have preferred Agonins, but Linken Sphere is fine. You do want to, of course, dodge that stun coming off from the Dragon Knight. And if you could just, I guess, take care of a disruption or two, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Although, I guess, Arcane Seal as well? Oh, guess who's inside with immediate blink forward. Dream Coil on so many. There's the explosion coming off. Three heroes instantly melted. Torrent's going to get the Puck, though, plus the Mystic Flare. And Lifestealer in a little bit of trouble at this point. BKB has been used. There's the Arcane Bolts. Going to be going off onto the Nyx. Nyx is invised out. Earthshaker looking a little bit of danger. Torrent, yeah, is going to catch 2. Earthshaker is going to get away just. Queen of Pain, though, does drop. Where's the stun? Where's the stun? No stun. Earthshaker manages to survive. I did not think it was worth it. Queen of Pain did give up her life for him. Rubik's going back, going to pick off the Dragoness with a Fade Bolt, of all things. And look at that damage with the Dragon Tail. Why are you not continuously attacking him? Because Nyx is in the woods, and had he done so, would have had to give up his life. Would he? I think he could have made it back. He does have that increased movement speed. And he's deciding to go back. Yeah, one more hit. There we go. He's immediately going to get fissured, and he's fissured on the wrong side, though. There goes the Enchant Totem. He's actually going to be going after the Earthshaker. Very angry at this point. This Dragon Knight, he's big, he's red, he's ugly, he's mean. Oh, I think this could be the worst thing in the world. No disruption, but there's the Dragon Tail. Purge was gone off. There we go with a skewer forward. Immediately with the bash, has a few more right clicks. Armlet toggle. No armlet toggle. Torrent's going to be getting that one. Nyx is going to die. That's his first life down. Boat's just going to miss. Aegis is going to bring him back. He is going to rage up instead of running away. No, he will be running away in the end. I thought he was going to... There we go. The Echo Slam coming off to 3. I think a little bit of miscommunication there. Reverse polarity. There's the Torrent going to be going off. Earthshaker looking very low. Still not dead. Reverse polarity yet again. Oh, the Mystic Flare plus the Arcane Bolt. He's not dying thanks to a nice armlet toggle there. And Queen of Pain as well as Puck have come back. A few more right clicks. Arcane Bolt going to be reality rifted away. And there goes the Dragoness, who somehow killed the Nyx. And I'm not so sure how Nyx died, especially since the last I saw him, he was running away. Queen of Pain still survives. Lothar's Edge, she's going to blink out immediately. Doesn't want to have to deal with this stuff anymore. Managing to take the Aegis as well as defending mid lane. I like this very, very much. There's a principle in chess not to trade down when you're up. It kind of goes in reverse for Dota. When you're really, really high up, it's better if you can get kills outright as opposed to trading them. In fact, if you keep things, I think if you can keep things in equilibrium, it's even better. Like, if you're not getting kills and they're not getting kills, at least until you hit level 25. Then once you hit 25, you can keep them down, it would be good. And of course, it depends more on who dies first. So Dota's nothing like chess. That's basically what we've learned today. Dragon Knight has finally hit the level 16, but top tower did fall, and now their bottom tower is going to be getting pressured. Sorry, their top tier 1 tower is going to be getting pressured. Getting pleasured by creeps. As we see, Refresher Orb will be the starting build, I guess, on the Magnetor. It wants to have that double reverse polarity. Not a bad thing to have. Rubik has been... How long was Rubik hanging on to that reverse polarity? First one, I thought it was actually the Magnetor's, but no, he was actually caught inside that one. I guess Rubik just wanted to keep it on for as long as he could possibly do so with the Arcane Bolts, but nice Enchant Totem. I don't know why he's sticking around. Arcane Bolt's actually going to pick him off. Concussive Shot. I think with that second Enchant Totem, oh, another Concussive Shot going to be going off as well as an Arcane Bolt. No Arcane Seal. Arcane Seal has been dropped onto him. Range Creep's doing a ton of work, so I guess I was completely wrong about that Vitality Booster. There goes with the, Queen of Pain, sorry, with the Blink forward. He actually reverse polarity some creeps. There's the Echo Slam going to be going off. Nyx here looking for blood. Nice Blink forward from the Earthshaker. I think that one's fails of the week. We see Shadow Strike's going to be going off. He should be running away. He's going to TP out instead. Enchant Totem plus Sonic Wave going to be picking him off. Reverse polarity on creeps. See Dragonite coming in. Oh, not good. Yes, he's just going to get the Earthshaker, the man with 1,000 lives. Is he having Lothar's Edge out? Lothar's Edge. Oh, Lothar's Edge. No, he used it for the initiation. Dragon Tail going to be going off, doing so much damage, and Lothar's Edge out. Look at that tower. Unfortunately, Open Wounds has gone off on him as well as the Waning Rift, so he will be giving up his life for this carries. In fact, Dragonite just manages to get away. Top tower, bottom tower is going to be pressured down, though. Pressured down. Heaven's Halberd will be the item of choice. I'm not so sure about this one. I do like Heaven's Halberd. I like the idea of the disarm, especially for Dragonite. I love the idea of the evasion, but I'm just wondering, maybe it might have been better to perhaps have upped the Basher in exchange for a Abyssal Blade. Who knows? I'll let you guys debate that one in the comments section down below, or an Assault Cuirass might have been nice, or a Harder Turesk. Yeah, Harder Turesk. Actually, no, I'm gonna go with damage on this one. I think the Abyssal Blade might have been the best choice, especially since you've got the Lothar's Edge. Just why not cement your initiation? And so I think Dragoness is definitely gonna die there. Open Wounds, and there we go with a solo kill from the Nyx. Hyperstone has been picked up on the Night Davian. Going to go for that Assault Cuirass, the good old trustworthy Assault Cuirass build for the Dragonite. Blink Dagger. Now just going to be going, I guess, for his standard build. Unable to pick up Ghost Scepter, which is something he'd like to do. Ghost Scepter to counter the Dragonite means you get owned by the Dragoness. As we see, the gem has been picked up, in fact, on the Admiral. It has been bought, in fact, on the Admiral. Kunkka, and he has actually decided to go for the double Bracer build. Can't really afford much else. It's absolutely fine. Kunkka doesn't really... Why do I keep calling it Admiral? Because this is the Coco. Captain Coco doesn't really need much in the way of items. As I said, once again, his boat is already one of the most OP'd ultimates in the game. Torrent, fantastic skill. We're going to be seeing it very, very late in the shadows coming off on this Eridar. But it's a fantastic item for intelligence heroes. Just gives them strength. And yeah, it will be the Lincoln Sphere on the Queen of Pain. Too bad, so sad. Nice. Let's check out his farm. 17 to 40 coming off of the lifestealer. 3,000. I think he is going for heart. He's going for heart, or he's going for the abyssal, because he probably heard me. He was like, "What's that? SGG says I should go for abyssal. Okay, gonna go for abyssal." And then once he does that, he'll probably lose the game because he listened to SGG. Don't listen to SGG, guys. Do the exact opposite thing that SGG says. Dual Scepter Divinity has been picked up on the Fairy Dragon. A nice item. Rune of Shadows, in fact, was picked up on the Rubik. I'm sorry I missed that pickup from a while ago. Has he completed his Refresher Orb? Not yet. Has not gotten the Perseverance yet, in fact. Same from buyback. Oh, as we see, great positioning coming in from the iZone squad, but I don't know if they'll be able to defend it, recognizing. Probably want to fight this and get a kill and get a win. Mystic Flare, where is it? Concussive shots, there's a Soul Catcher. So much damage, just going to blink out immediately. Lothar's Edge on the Dragon Knight, looking for a target. There go the Yules. He's going to be doing a great deal of damage, in fact, Arcane Bolt, but not going to be able to pick up Queen of Pain, but it will bring her very, very low indeed. BKB has been used on the Dragon Knight. When did he get that pick? When did he get that BKB? From a while ago, and I just didn't notice. We'll see at the bottom. Here's the fight going off. Nyx decides to pick up the Magnus, and I'm not so sure if this fight can go the other way. Oh, why is all this not happening? As we see the Echo Slam, plus the Enchant Totem, plus the boat coming in. Gonna be, I think, just giving the great boost over. Ghost Scepter, in fact, was picked up. There we go. Nyx is coming on. He's going to be melting every hero. Disarmed, coming off from the Heaven's Halberd. Doing so much work. Look at Nyx sitting at full health with an armlet. There we go. A tower's going to be going down. Whatever he wants, he can definitely pick up. He can probably go for a GG build at this point. He has picked something up. It's probably on the Crow. As we see, oh, there's nice... No, onto nothing. And see this middle tower. They still have glyphs, so that is 5 seconds. And there we go. Glyph has just been popped. Torrent's going to be used slightly to delay the push. Puck coming in, looking for a target. Mid tower cannot be saved. He got the Abyssal Blade. SGG said I'm going to get an Abyssal Blade. So I'm going to be getting the Abyssal Blade. Here comes skywrath Mage to chase everybody off. The boat's going to be moving forward, but he's going to be raging. Definitely worth it, I'd say, to be able to get the melee racks up at this point. Fade Bolt's just going to be going through as we see the reverse polarity for one. Skewer back into the base. Oh, Soul Catcher. And plus a Shockwave. Do they have enough damage? Pull it off. No, he's going to rage immediately. That was some nice plays, but there we go with the Dagon going to be melting the skywrath Mage. Nice plays coming out from the Magnus. Unfortunately, it's not enough. Had it been anybody else, Noypi was just playing very, very accurately, very, very well today. Incredible reflexes. And it looks like another Rax will be going down. Ranged Rax is not going to be long for life. Queen of Pain decides to right-click that one down. In fact, going to be sticking around with the Shadow Strike. I don't agree with this, actually. I don't think she can stay around very much longer since they're all back and her team has decided to run to Roshan, abandoning her. I don't think Puck's sticking around either is that great an idea. I think that is spitting in the eye of a dragon who is about to eat you. Okay. Was too looking forward to the GG that hadn't come yet. We're going to be seeing another... oh, wow, that Fisher. Does that Fisher block off the Nyx? He's like, no, I want it. You're not going to get it. I'm going to get it. He's going to blink out. No, Aegis of the Immortal has been acquired from the Nyx. And my phone is ringing. I'm sorry, guys. Hang on a second. Oh, my little brother's picking it up. Oh, if you guys are interested in Half-Life and Half-Life mods, check out channel Hive Lord Lusa. My brother sometimes comments on that one. What happened? He just did like a victory dance. Like in the study, like right now, he just did a dance. I'm not joking. Like me, he doesn't wear pants either, so it was a bit scary. As we see shockwaves galore. I'm joking, guys. Please don't think I'm serious. See the Empower going to be doing a great deal of work. Going to get him some nice, precious gold. Is it enough though? What item could he possibly be getting since he's still going for the Assault Cuirass, but that's not going to turn the tides of the game at this point. So what item could he possibly get that would... Divine Rapier, because he would just drop it, really. Even with the BKB, he's getting bursted down way too quickly. Bloodstone somehow picked up on the skywrath Mage, but he's died so many times it has absolutely no charges off. Silence, I guess? Orc and Malevolence going to be picked up in the Queen of Pain. It's not a bad item. In fact, I really think it's good. It's just that there were other things she could have gotten, so I was just confirming. Like, I mean, I don't think she would go for a refresher orb at this point. But, you know, you never know. You never know. Abyssal Blade, and yeah, it looks like it's going to be a bottom lane push. Going to be hitting that tower, which is being not pressured at all. Assault Cuirass somehow completed. In effect on the dragon. Well, I mean, somehow he farmed and then he got it. That's what I mean. At the moment, there is no need for Noypi to split push. Recognizing that, they decided we're going to man up, go all 5. And yeah, with the Nike's Bomb, it's been with the Nike's Bomb, it's been working so well so far. Dream Coil, the Blink plus Dream Coil, it's just been absolutely killer. The damage coming off from exploding, I guess you could call it that, has been absolutely great. Positioning on iZone hasn't been very good. Like, the thing is, they can come in, Dream Coil, immediately reverse polarity, then Earthshaker blinks in with the Echo Slam, and it just disrupts the team fight once again. So it's like getting a tempo. In the meantime, mid lane's going to be constantly pressured. Now this is the best time to go forward. There we go, Fade Ball trying to clear this creep wave. BKB, there's the blink forward initiation. Sonic Wave doing so much damage. Oh, the picks come in. There's the reverse polarity. Mystic Flare going to be melting. 1, 2, 3 with the boat. Oh, and there's the Aegis. Aegis has been popped. A little bit of a misplay coming off from Noypi. He's still alive though. Lifestealer was alive, but immediate stun coming off on him. Everybody's focusing. The Echo Slam came in way too late, but not really. As we see, Kunkka is going to be falling down. Does he have rage? He does not have rage. Nice is going to be standing still for the longest time. Smart on the toggles is going to die. Earthshaker also fell. Rubik is going to be going down as well. Mystic Flare going to be picking off his death. And that is a nice defense coming off from iZone. I just got to say, a bit of a misplay there with the grouping. Allowed themselves to be caught in the reverse polarity before Puck got a Dream Coil off. That was fatal. And Earthshaker wasn't in position to hit with an Echo Slam. And actually all 5 are dead, so this tower is going to actually drop. There is nothing else for it. Did I just see Glyph being used? Yeah, it was used to defend top tower, which is actually also going to drop. There's no defending that. That tower is actually going to fall to creeps. That was a big waste of a Glyph. Okay, so Noypi making a few mistakes now. But still with those mega creeps, I think it's a little bit hard to fight, especially since I don't feel the Sentinel have the team fight at all. They got really lucky there with the positioning, and of course incredibly fast reflexes coming off from this Dragoness. That Mystic Flare was perfectly placed. The boat came off perfectly from the Kunkka, but the thing is they had to rely really on the other team to do it, for the other team to be out of position, as we see a telekinetic throw plus a Fade Ball plus another Torrent plus a Dagon plus a few right clicks. The boat's going to be going off. Perfect positioning right there. And we're going to be seeing the Queen of Pain melt. In fact, Lifestealer's come out. He's decided to go for the Shadow Demon, but he's just getting kited. Mystic Flare doing so much work. Lifestealer's actually going to drop after only taking down a Shadow Demon. Dream Coil's gone off on a 3. Echo Slam going to be going off. Should have waited for your Earthshaker. Enchant Totem not going to be doing much. Ghost Scepter. Wow, what a terrible item to pick up against a Dragoness. As you see, the 4 staff forward plus the stun. Going to get the Earthshaker. There's a skewer forward. Oh, going to be getting the Rubik. Bad initiation coming out from Noypi, and they just paid for it instantly. As you see, Puck, the only one left alive. Is he looking for a solo kill? Top lane is getting pressured naturally without any heroes. It looks like mid lane will be falling. In fact, as the tower melts, are they going to be able to get this one? Going to be focusing on the Rax as we see the Waiting Rift plus the immediate illusory orb out. No Glyph to be seen because there isn't one left, and we're going to be seeing, in fact, the Raxes are going to be traded down. It has now come completely equal in terms of buildings. Noypi's still up an insane amount in terms of kills, though, and we are going to be seeing, in fact, top tower going to be pressured intensely. As we see, it's going Yule's just in an attempt to slow him down. Dragon is going to be moving forward. There's a Waning Rift. There's a Dagon. There's so much damage, but not enough. In fact, isn't top Rax actually going to be dropping off right now? Nike still isn't back. It's just the Queen of Pain plus the Puck. Queen of Pain screams, but there's nothing else for it. Rax, focus the Rax. Rax will be going down. A few right clicks. Dragon Knight, no lifesteal yet, somehow still alive. Dragoness is actually going to be looking very low, but just going to get out, I think, with a nice of the 4 staff. No! Dream Coil going to be going off on him. Dropped the Mystic Flare, though. There's the stun. A few right clicks, and yeah, he will be melting down that Puck. And Queen of Pain forced to retreat. Oh, there's the Enchant Totem plus the Fisher. So much damage. Torrent's going to be coming off, trying to save him. He's gotten into dragon form yet again. It's come off cooldown. That's how long this fight has been. No big ultimates, no reverse polarity. There's the boat. Not going to be hitting anything except for his own team, though, which is pretty good. With the Coco's Rum. That's pretty good. Immediately canceled thanks to a nice bash. Kunkka is actually going to fall. Shadow Demon will be falling next as well. Dragon Knight, the only one to get away from that engage, but they managed to get 2 Raxes for that. Only the ranged Rax left. Yeah, Skirmishes, I guess what? I was wrong. Skirmishes does turn the game around. What are you going to get, Nikes? Are you going to go for... I'm actually surprised he died, considering he had the Heaven's Halberd. That was just an amazing play coming off from iZone. Incredibly fast. I was saying before, they won the team fight in the base because Noypi were very out of position, and they wouldn't be able to repeat that unless Noypi did it again. But then, immediately they said that, Noypi did it again. They initiated improperly without the Earthshaker. Earthshaker was actually... He's their key, their crux of the whole thing. And without him being alive, or if he's not in position, you're not really going to... It's not that you're not going to win the team fight, it's just that Reverse Polarity is a horrible ultimate to have to fight against. Reverse Polarity and Mystic Flare, they're horrible ultimates to have to fight against. Likewise, Dream Coil plus Echo Slam are terrible ultimates to go against. But yeah, incredible reflexes coming off from both sides. Helm of the Dominator has been picked up in Night Davian. Probably going to go for Satanic next. He hasn't dominated the Creep yet. If he picks up Command Wolf, I don't know what to say. You have to kill a wolf before you can... Otherwise, Command Wolf, Aura, plus Empower, Dragon Knight would just be too monstrous. And I think you could not allow him to be that strong. You could not allow him to have that much damage. Satanic, in fact, has been picked up, so no need to worry about that anymore. Now you just have to worry about the insane 25% lifesteal on every hit and 175% toggleable lifesteal. And you see they're deciding, yep, Screen Art Guy, you're right. Once again, we've been listening to you, been taking your advice. We're going to be putting our lifestealer inside the Rygor Stonehoof. This way, there's no way we will initiate without him. Screen Art Guy, we owe you so much. We're indebted to you for giving such great advice. And naturally, probably something's going to go wrong with this strategy as well. Oh man, when teams actually somehow like listen to me through the game, considering how this game was actually played a few hours ago. That's my Skype, sorry guys. Glyph's going to use teleport canceled immediately. Why was he teleporting from here? Okay, must have been a bit of a misclick. Blink Dagger, in fact, has been picked up on the Rubik as well as a Force Step. It's a pretty cool build. Scream of Pain. Oh, Silence, Orchid Malevolence almost completed on the Queen of Pain. Now that could just be absolutely kicking things around. The amplified damage coming off on the Dragon Knight, it can burst him down. The rest of the team don't really have much. Like, sorry to say it. Like, Dragonus is incredibly powerful as a damage dealer, but he is so squishy. If Dragon Knight dies, Dragonus is not going to be getting a kill onto the Nyx, and Nyx is just going to eat him for breakfast. I don't think they should be initiating with the Rygor Stonehoof, though. I think he should be kept back. It should be Puck that's initiating, or the Queen of Pain. Earthshaker coming in once they baited out the reverse polarity. That's my feeling at this point. And forget about Mystic Flare. Don't have to deal with it. It's a huge DPS spell, but so is Sonic Wave. Don't have to think about it that much. Oh, as we see Dream Coil going to be going forward. There's a Torrent. Arcane Bolt's going to be going off onto the Puck. Yule immediately uses himself. There's the boat going forward. Reverse Polarity's gone out. There's the Echo Slam. But Reverse Polarity coming back in. There's the Mystic Flare once again. Nyx has exploded out, but there's nothing. Another Reverse Polarity. Another Torrent. Wow, wow, so much damage, and an item was picked up. He's going to actually have infest a creep just to survive. Not going to be able to get a bash off onto the Shadow Demon. Queen of Pain looking for blood, and not going to find anything. Wow. What went wrong there? I'm going to point it out when I show it to you. Somebody, without letting us know, went and got himself a refresher orb. That's what... Wow! Talk about a game changer. Suddenly, thing is... Just how do you deal with that? How do you deal with the double reverse polarity? You're going to have to steal one. That's pretty much it now. And that requires incredible reflexes from the Magus. He's going to have to stay really, really far back. So that's incredible positioning as well. As denied a Moonwell. No, Ziggurat. These aren't Moonwells. These are Ziggurats. Just incredible positioning, really, coming off from the Rubik. That's pretty much the only way I can see it. And then the Blink. I mean, that's why he got the Blink. That's why he got the Force Staff. So he could actually steal that reverse polarity. And I think it's a very, very committal item. It basically means if I don't steal a really good ultimate like that reverse polarity and get myself in position, I don't have a lot of health. I don't do a lot of damage. I don't have a great deal of mana regen. I'm really there for telekinetic throw. So it's very, very much a committal item. I mean, it's great for kiting and moving out, but really you're committed to stealing a good ult. Namely the reverse polarity. So now 2 racks is down for the Noypi side. Can they come back? I still feel they have the stronger carry. The only reason why he's dying is he keeps getting caught in those reverse polarities. And he keeps getting caught inside that Mystic Flare as well. So great positioning overall from iZone. Once it comes to a team fight, they really know how to do it. A little bit slow to start, but once they get there, it's huge. It's 2 gems, one of which is going to be dropped, and then picked up immediately. And yeah, they're like, we're still going to listen to SGG, despite the fact he screwed us over in the last team fight. Now we know that guys refresher orb. Echo Slam forward to engage. Wrong move as we see immediate explosion. There's a Sonic Wave plus the boat. Just going to save the Dragon Knight's life. And he's doing so much damage. Out life stealing the life stealer. Fade Ball's going to be coming off. It lowers the damage of that Knight significantly. Rubik's, oh, the nice disruption going to save his life. A reverse polarity on a 3 Sonic Wave plus the Torrent plus a Mystic Flare doing so much damage. Queen of Pain not going to drop yet. Magnus dies, in fact, as we see the Arcane Ball going to be going forward. It was stolen. And there's the open wounds. There's a revenge kill. And there we go, the teleport's out, and is not going to get away. Arcane Vault too strong. Yeah, what happened there was basically Refresher Orb has, I think it's like 180-second cooldown. Hence, it's like 3 minutes, right? Yeah, it's hence you're not going to be able to get 2 off. At least not all the time. So yeah, they didn't have to deal with it in that particular one, in which case they had the superior team fight. I'll show you. I'm not so sure. It wasn't stolen. No. Arcane Belt was stolen and being used to farm. It costs a lot of mana, so I'm actually surprised it did that. I really, honestly, truly am. I'm actually very, very surprised they did that. But they are recognizing we need to get another racks or at least push a tower. And they're not going to be able to get either, by the way, because Kunkka is back. And that's more than adequate defense, especially since your top racks. The base essentially is getting pushed in at top. Here comes Dragonus, level 23 skywrath mage. Boy, he levels fast, especially since he's got that bloodstone. Means his death time is next to nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. 200% mana regen. Are you feeling it? He has sold his bottle though, so he's not going to be doing it with Ball of Crowing, which is always a shame. Iron branches dropped all over the place. And he's actually somehow back to 6 charges on the bloodstone. I guess things worked out for him alright in the end after all. Not so sure what Magnetor is going now. Staff of Wizardry plus Rope of the Magi. And we're going to be seeing the addition of Cheese onto this Roshan. He's going to pick up Aegis, or he's going to pick up Cheese. I think Aegis is slightly better for this Roshan for him at the moment. And yeah, Puck should pick up the Cheese. And yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. Scroll Town Portal has been abandoned. No, it's going to be picked up by the Courier and going to be marketed away. And a bit more gold going the way of the Knights. You want a Heart of Teresk? I feel that's what he needs at this moment. Heart of Teresk or Assault Cuirass. Neither one would go amiss at this point, but he is saving for buyback, recognizing if he dies again, it really is the end of the game. So probably waiting until he has a full item before he makes any big little purchase. As we see another tower goes down. Heart, a code. Gago. Probably instruction for the Dragon Knight. Where is he? There he is to get a Heart next. A little bit of overkill. He's already got 2,981 health, and Satanic, of course, gives you fantastic amounts of strength, 25 strength, but if you feel you need another 40 strength, which is, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. I may fall in love with your hero, but I'm not going to stop you. Ethereal Blade, I guess, will be the next item on Queen of Pain. So we're just saying about how Ghost Sister might be a terrible item. I guess they're not feeling, you know, the threat of Dragonus anymore. They're saying, you know, he's early game-ish. Don't really need to be afraid of him anymore. We just need to be afraid of the right clicks coming off the Dragon Knight, which is not incorrect. And we have seen just an insane amount of damage coming off from the Dragon Knight at this point. It's going to be hitting for 300 damage a hit. It's something to be afeared of. Assault Cuirass actually might be slightly better now that I'm thinking about it for the Knights. And there's no way to select him, so we're going to have to look at him. Why Assault Cuirass? Giving everybody else that extra armor. Just so good. Was it 2009 who said, if the less armor you have, the more you need? Which, if you think about it, says nothing. It's absolutely true. Like, the less gold you have, the more you need. The less health you have, the more you need. But then again, I don't think 2009 actually said that. I think I'm just randomly quoting myself, actually. It's possible that I'm completely demented. possible. I'd say likely that I have no idea what the heck's going on at all times. I have honestly no idea what this is about. I don't know how they even did this. What the heck is this? How is this done? Nobody has a Quelling Blade. They're just proud of themselves. It's like, what? Four staffs? I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I really honestly have no idea what iZone are doing. Are they waiting for a push to come out and then a big ambush? Like, they'll never suspect we're in here. We made a giant clearing in the woods. Herp the derp. And Refresher Orb should actually be off cooldown. How long is the cooldown, by the way? 160 seconds, 180 seconds. That would have been a little bit of overkill. So it sometimes feels that way when you have a Refresher Orb and you want another one on Tide Hunter or Zeus or whatever, and you're like, gosh, why does Refresher Orb have cooldown? It just gets so annoying, you know? Goes the movement. Yeah, Earthshakers and Nyx has been proven to be a powerful combination at this point. But once again, how are you going to deal with that double reverse polarity? Question actually still hasn't been addressed. I'm not seeing it addressed in any items, although Orca Malevolence might be an attempt to do that. Queen of Pain initiates the silence going off onto the Magnetor, and then burst him down in that couple of seconds. I don't think the rest of the team would let you, and you might actually be off using that Orca Malevolence on the Dragoness after you've been reverse polarity. That way you can't use the Mystic Flare as follow-up damage. But in that case, that requires, once again, Queen of Pain's positioning to be really, really, really good so that she doesn't get caught in those reverse polarities. So I'm actually very eager to see what's going to be going on. And they have switched possession of Cheese to Queen of Pain. Not so sure if I like this, but certainly she does a little bit more damage than the Puck. Would definitely have a little bit more of the impact, especially if Puck has already dropped her, Dream Coil. Just being able to hunt heroes down with the Blink, for starters. Scream, not to mention the amount of damage Scream of Pain can be doing. Ghost Scepters galore onto everybody. Let's count the number of Ghost Scepters coming off so far. 1, 2, 3. So not for everybody, I guess. Dagon, has Dagon been upgraded? I don't think so. He bought a Yule's. He's gone for the Perseverance. No, he has upgraded it to level 5. Why not? Hey, 15-second cooldown. You can use it like maybe twice in a fight to do 800 damage. Keep in mind there's 25% mana resistance, magic resistance, so you're going to be doing like 600 damage maybe. But you're not the side with Nullfield on it. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about this. Nullfield from Rubik gives him 20% magic resistance at level 4, if I'm not mistaken. Absolutely fantastic with Dream Coil coming off onto the Dragon. As we see Scream, Sonic Wave's going to be picking him off immediately. Nicely done. Managing to take out one hero on iZone. I don't know if they can actually fight this one out. Earthshaker looking for a target. Earthshakers. So is Queen of Pain, scouting very, very far forward, very, very aggressive at this point. iZone don't really need to do much because top lane is getting pressured. Although I do have this feeling they're squandering their advantage, but they are actually just kind of farming it up and just looking to get those big items that they weren't able to get early on because they got shut down. Taking the reprieve to farm is the Earthshaker. I don't know, how much gold do you think Dragon Knight has? 2,805. He doesn't farm as well as his lifesteal, does he? How many last hits does he have? Creep stats. 303. Lifestealer has 143. Somehow with more creep kills, significantly, almost a third more, 2/3 more. I feel he has a lower net worth. Does that strike anyone else's eye? Blink forwards. Oh my goodness, this is something you don't normally see, especially at top tier, but letting the creep wave take your towers and letting the Ancient come under attack completely exposed at this point. Queen of Pain plus Puck looking to defend this one. I don't know if it's feasible. It's certainly very difficult. As Dragoness is going to be moving forward, he couldn't be initiated upon very, very soon. The Blink forward, plus the Enchant Totem, plus the Arcane Bolt, which was stolen. Immediate Ghost Scepter, Arcane Bolt forward yet again. Infest, Fade Bolt. Oh, Arcane Bolt, hoisted by your own petard. Nothing like dying to your own spell. To wake you up in the morning, as you see Ancient under attack. Defended by 2 heroes. Defends the Ancients, man. I see bottom lane going to be pushing 3 heroes. Torrent's going to be going off. Going to be melting the Kunkka at this point. Bolt is going to hit too, but Nikes, like I give a fuck, going to be moving forward. Stygian Desolator picked up on him. This is an all-or-nothing kind of battle. Queen of Pain's forced to go off. Dream Coil onto 2. Orc Malevolence, so much damage. Sonic Wave. BKB onto both. Right clicks galore. Oh, nicely done. Melting the Shadow Demon. Dragon Knight focusing the tower. Can they stop him? Can they stop him? Dagons, so much damage. Chet Totem. Oh, Ancient lives. Ancient lives, but forced TPs back from everybody except for the Nikes. Nikes, does he still have Aegis? Oh, no, it has gone out, lost its 6-minute charge, most likely. Does he still have Lothar's Edge? Yeah, he's going to get out just fine, but no TP scroll, going to have to run back, and that was a nice backdoor attempt. It wasn't even a backdoor, he just ran in and just attacked the Ancient. The Ancient's going to be healing it up, the Frozen Throne. But boy, was that a close one. Dagon 5, never again shall I doubt your prowess as an item. Dagon 5, truly you are worth it, the most expensive item in the game. Truly, you are reverent, and you deserve your place in the annals of Dota item fame and legacy. Everybody should get a Dagon 5. In fact, I think, I don't think I should be known as Screen Guard Guy anymore. I think I should be known as Dagon 5. That would have been a much cooler nickname if I called myself Dagon. Hi guys, it's Dagon 5 coming to you with another Dota. Damn it! Why didn't I think of this when I made my nicknames? Like, I was thinking of the dumbest names, really. Trust me, Screen Guard Guy was actually the best one available. Like, if you guys had heard some of the ideas that we were throwing around, we were like, what should my name be? Dagon 5 would have been epic, I'm just saying. I don't know why they're even targeting the bottom lane. Look at iZone, they have not let the creep wave get this, even though they were, like, 10, 15 minutes. And they pushed out. They made sure that these creep waves were pushed there, and the second it started getting into the base, they immediately teleported back for a big defense. Arcane Ball. Oh, the immediate X marks the spot. So much damage. Rubik is actually going to melt inside a Mystic Flare. And yeah, that signals moving back for everybody. Or not. Earthshaker been like I give a fuck. And he's actually might be caught out by the Dragoness. Dragoness blink forward, plus the concussive shot, plus the Arcane Bolt. Not going to be letting him get away. There's another one. Oh, why are you Ghost Sceptering? Why are you Ghost Scepter? Oh, he's going to pop out immediately. There's reverse polarity. Nikes is gone. Torrents galore. Oh, so much damage. The boat as well. Nikes melts. Does he have buyback? He needs buyback. Why? Why, if the puck is moving forward, reality, they don't even care. Why would you Ghost Scepter when you're being assaulted by it? In case you guys don't know how it works, Ghost Scepter amplifies the damage you take. Lost in ethereal form. They have chances. They have the Sonic Wave. Oh, yeah, Nikes did in fact buy back. They have chances here. Chansey. Dragon Knight moving forward. Oh, immediately disrupted just to provide that extra damage. Army of Illusions. Oh, Mystic Seal. And it looks like Mega Creeps. Sonic Wave going to be hitting nothing. There's the blink in, plus the Dream Coil, reverse polarity onto 4. So much damage. The boat coming forward. Who's melting? People are dying. Rax is going to be going down. And I guess that's the end of the game. May or not. Because something's happening in the bot lane. No, nothing's happening in the bot lane. Certainly nothing that pounding on this Ancient isn't going to do. And once again, disruption just to create Elixir Illusions. Miguel left the game, and that was the end. Really accurate play early on, coming from the Scourge. Unfortunately, towards the end there, just one big mistake really in that team fight in that fountain, and just incredibly nice reflexes coming off from iZone. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I will see you guys again next time.